Creative newborns. Okay. We are live. We are going. Okay. Jen from Creative Newborns. We are live, and I have Miss Novalie here. And I will wait a few minutes till some people get in to chat. But here she is. She has been in the work in progress for almost a year now, and she's finally finished for the doll show. So she's going to be my travel baby. That is going to be hanging out with me during lobby time, and I'm excited. So I always like to bring one personal baby with me. So hopefully, all the other babies will get good homes from Kansas. So that would definitely help out a lot. I did save some room in the suitcase just in case a couple of the dolls do not sell. So yeah, hope you're having a great evening. It is Sunday evening. It is 10:50 p.m. here in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome, welcome. I have Miss Novalie and all the other reborns here. So I'm going to spend about an hour with you guys tonight. This is going to be the last live stream until the doll show. So, hey, CJ's little ducklings, how are you doing? Good to see you. This will be the last live stream until the Kansas Doll Show. How exciting is that? Very exciting. So once we get to Kansas, then I will do lives. I plan to do lives every night at the Kansas Doll Show and tell you what's been going on and so on. So, yes. Thank you again for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. So this is Novalie, sorry, I am tired. We had a big day today. So um my son's birthday is tomorrow. We celebrated it today. And so we just had a busy day of packing and cleaning up the house and getting it ready for, when we leave, when we come back. Always like to come back to a nice clean home. So yeah. There she is. Hey Paula, how are you doing? Good to see you. How have you been doing? How you doing? How you doing? So what my plan is, I'm going to try to do pre-recordings as well to kind of make a montage. If not, I will take a bunch of pictures and make a video montage of the trip from Kansas. But I plan to do mostly live streams. It's easier and hopefully our connections will be good. So I'm going to try to to connect to the Wi-Fi there and see if it works better than just my hotspot. So yeah. You made 1,000. Congratulations, Paula, for making it 1,000. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Yay. Alrighty, so let's unwrap her. So it took me like a year. Well, that's because I started rooting her and then I went on to other projects. I was like, should I root her? I was almost regretting it. I'm like, I think I regret it, but no. I don't regret it at all. Her rooting came out really nice, and I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me during her final couple hours of rooting. It came out really nice. Look at how nice she moves. She is a full body silicone doll, and here is her little swirl back here. Can't quite see it. It's getting blurry. But she does have a little swirl. Her hair does need to be conditioned. You'll be seeing me soon. Yes, I can't wait to see you. When are you getting into Kansas? When are you leaving for Kansas? So we'll be there on Wednesday. I know some of my friends are already going to be there. They're already probably there now, traveling now. So safe travels. Some people are going to be there all week long, like starting Monday, tomorrow. I want to show her back of her head. Come on, focus in. Focus. I don't think the camera's going to do it. Is there any way to dislike the stream? Well, you can dislike it. That's fine. It helps the algorithm. Either one. Like or dislike, it helps either way. Thank you so much for interacting with my live stream. It's okay to dislike these dolls. It's totally okay. I totally understand it. No, I did not. I did not paint her. No, I just rooted her. I wanted to take one, but it's quite a bit of money. It's a little more money than what I want to spend for a class. And so there it is. It's a little messy. I got to condition it, but you can see there's like a swirl going on there. And I have to condition her hair yet. So she's got lots of dark hair there. And she has very delicate eyelashes as well. So, oh my goodness, I totally love her. And she's going to be my travel baby. Travel baby. So I have made a special little carrier just for her, so that if I don't feel like carrying her, I'm going to put her in my little carrier. So yeah, yep, just like a real baby, she moves. She is a full body silicone. So her everything is silicone on her. And you can tell she is squishy baby. Let's see. When are you getting into town over in Kansas, CJ's little ducklings? Let's see. Why don't you just have a real baby? I did. I had 5 real babies. I did, and they're all grown up now. I do have a real grandbaby too. Yep, I have a real grandbaby, and he's 2 months old today. So I got to spend lots of time with my grandbaby. I do watch him and help my daughter babysit when she needs someone to babysit. Yep, I do have real babies. Thank you. Let's see. Wow. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate you. Thank you, Miguel. Miguel, squish the baby. Squish. Here, let's do squishies. Squishy. See? Cheeks are nice and squishy. Nose is squishy. And if you look at the ears, squishy. Very full of squishness. Cute. Very adorable. So yeah, I just got done rooting her and I couldn't be more happier. I am just so pleased with her. So I want to learn silicone painting. So I'm going to gather all kinds of information um, that I need to start my own possible painting silicone. I may not like it. I may or may not like it. So we'll see. Hi, Jen in chat. Hey, Julie. Oh my goodness, long time no see. How have you been? How have you been? You arrive Wednesday night. Yeah, we arrive Wednesday morning or Wednesday afternoon. So we will be arriving around the same time. So we'll see you Wednesday. How exciting. Then you get to hold Novalie. You get to see her in person. Is it just a hobby making dolls? Good question, Scott. It is a hobby, but it is a career as well. I make these for a living. This is my second job, and YouTube is my third job. So I have 3 jobs. I have a regular 9 to 5 job. Well, technically, I work third shift, so I work a regular job. I make babies for a living. I do doll shows, and now I started doing YouTube. So I'm very excited for that. But yeah, a doll like this would be about $3,000 about. So that's why I want to see if I can get into silicone painting. I will make a little more money doing silicone babies. Let's see. Can you open her eyes? No, her eyes doesn't open, unfortunately. But I think one day, here's her eyes. One day they'll make a reborn that has eyes that open and close. I know McPherson's was working with a sculptor who was making a sculpt that has the eyes open and close. So I know some patients, like dementia patients who like these dolls, they kind of freak out that they don't open their eyes and they. So I think they're working on that. Um, it is a profession. You are correct on that, Scott. It is a profession. Yep, it's a fake baby. It is a silicone doll. This is a full body silicone art doll. I of course did not sculpt her and I did not paint her. So Terry, Sherry, Susie has painted her. So it's a mother-daughter team that painted her for me. And I'm going to try my hand at it. So I'm probably going to buy like a mini silicone doll and try my hand at painting silicone, see if I like it. And now I do know I can root them. So that I do know I can root them. So that's a plus, right? So there's half the battle right there. I just need to learn to paint them. Thank you again for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Kyla, hello to you back. No, I don't think it looks like a gremlin. I think she looks totally, totally cute. She's very petite, though. She's very adorable. What is this? This is a full body silicone art doll. Full body silicone art doll. Nova, like your name. Her name is Nova. Novalie. Her name is Novalie. I can't open her eyes. Well, technically, I probably could. You would have to take a scalpel to do it, and you can pop in eyes, but no. I'd rather not. I've tried it on a couple of the vinyl babies and it didn't work out too well, so I just rather leave the sculpt as is. Um, let's see, I already asked that. Can you show how that is made? If you go on YouTube, regular YouTube, just type in how silicone dolls are made, how the silicone babies are made, then there's an artist on there, a couple of them actually, who take you through the whole process of sculpting a silicone doll all the way to pouring the doll into the mold and how they take it out of the mold. It's a very, very long process, and it's a very, very, very delicate process because you can see how delicate they are, like the fingers, like they could rip real easily, very delicate. And then they show you how they paint them, and then how they root them all the way to the finger tipping and everything. So yeah, if you look that up, you'll get information on how these dolls are created. The full body silicones or partial silicones. Let's see. What's the reason do people buy the dolls for? So people buy reborn dolls and silicone dolls, particularly silicone. So a silicone like this, probably a little bit bigger. You can see how flexible she is and she moves. These type of dolls, basically, I've noticed a lot of professional newborn photographers have been buying dolls like these to use as practice for posing newborns versus practicing on a real newborn. But they've been using these because the weight is correct and accurate on them, and they can just, like, they can pose them any which way, like safely pose a baby doll, like say if you want to do them on their belly, and then like this, you can pose them any way. Also, these are good for hospital training as well. You can use these types of dolls for hospital training. You can use vinyl dolls as well, and I'll show you what a vinyl doll is. These are the vinyl dolls. So some hospitals use actual vinyl reborn dolls. They can use them for training, for how to take their temperatures, how to, um, do whatever they do to newborns, I guess, how to put, I don't know, give them shots or whatever. I don't know, whatever they do. So yeah, how to swaddle a newborn and how to show parents how to take care of a newborn. So these are really, really good for that. The vinyl ones are good for that as well. This is my personal collection here. $3,000. Yes, this doll is worth about $3,000. Yep, you are correct. And you wonder why I want to get into silicone. That would be nice to make money, but I do realize even as artists just painting them, they take a while to paint. So we'll see. We'll see if I can paint and root, because she's rooted and rooting takes time. So if I can paint and root silicone dolls versus doing the hair painting on a silicone doll, rooting is probably preferred over the hair painting, and it definitely gives it even more of a realistic because of the hair, the way it looks so realistic looking. It's even more valuable when you have a fully rooted doll. So yeah. Oh my goodness. Good questions. You guys have some awesome questions. Thank you for that. Let's see. Spending no 3,000 for no eyes on my fake baby. Well, that's totally okay. I totally understand that. That's okay. You don't have to. I'm just telling you what it is. I'm just giving out the information. But you don't have to spend that kind of money. Thank you, James. Is it for sale? No, she's not for sale. But I may purchase, I think Silicone Studios is bringing another couple Novalie silicone dolls. So I may purchase another Novalie and paint her myself, and that one I probably will put up for sale. So, and root her, just like this. She would look similar to this. But I'm not sure how my painting would look versus Terry Sherry's painting. And she's even got a little, she's got acne. You can see she's got a little pimple that looks really real on her face. So, only thing she's missing is delicate eyebrows. So I'll have to learn how to do some delicate, like painting eyebrows on a silicone doll. But I thought I would just play it safe and just get no eyebrows. And she's real squishy. You see how squishy? She's got a very squishy belly. She's got squishy legs. She does have armatures, so I'll show you. She does bend out her legs straight. See how they bend out straight? And then you can take her arms because she's got armatures. It's like a wire. So it kind of feels like there's a bone in there. So it feels really, really realistic. So if you just outstretch their arms like that, and you can just pose them in all different ways. Just like this. But I prefer them, and you gently, gently bend it because, wire, if you keep bending and unbending them, they can snap. And that wouldn't be a good thing in a silicone doll. So I gently, gently bend them. I like babies that have their arms all scrunched up to their face. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. You can see she almost looks like she has like a kneecap there. So if you ever get a doll that has armatures, just gently move them into the position that you want. See how she's got little bendy legs again, little frog legs. Love babies that's got froggy legs. Frog leg baby. The mini babies are so cute, Julie says. Yes, they are. They are so adorable. Looks like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. Well, yeah, you are correct. I'm going to have to agree with that. I thought about that. Does have kind of like the Jim Carrey haircut. Kind of does. I thought about cutting her hair like way shorter as I go, and it would really leave her very sparse. And I wanted her to have a real full head of hair, but you are correct on that. I did think about that. She's kind of got the little bit of the bowl Amish haircut going on, but I think it's cute. I think it's cute. That's why I think, honestly, in my honest opinion, being honest about my own artwork here, I think my hair painting is better than my rooting, to be honest. I think so. Because this is like my rooting, and this is my hair painting. And then this one has hair painting. I think my hair painting is better. I think my rooting is okay. I don't think it's like miraculous like some people like Bianca Frankie or Jacqueline Kramer. Oh my gosh, they are the best rooters out there. Let's see. I already answered the question. She's not for sale. No, it's not a real baby, James. I'm sure, 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 I'm sure. We are sure. Yep. Let's see. Many babies. He looks like. Okay, why? Oh, why? Robert asks why. Because us women love dolls. There are people out there who love collecting dolls that look so real and feel real. We just have that natural maternal instinct that we love holding babies that look so realistic. And it's been around for years that there have been, but they were porcelain dolls. There's always like real baby dolls, like they look so real, but they're, the porcelain kind. Well, someone came out with the vinyls. Now they have the reborns. The Behringer dolls and reborns basically started off with Behringers and Berzuska dolls. Started out with Ashton Drake and Paradise Galleries. This right here is an example of a real reborn doll, authentic and original reborn doll. This is the Shy Face Behringer. So this is a doll that you would get from a toy store. So back then I got him at Toys R Us. He is also known as Baby Jesus because a church hired him for a while to play their baby Jesus. So he's also known as Baby Jesus. Um, so what we do is we take the doll apart, strip the factory paint off of them, sand down their molded hairlines, and then we repaint them again. And then let me see if we can see his little fingers. You can tell this doll is very old. So this one's from around 0506. I don't have an exact date, and the mistake that I have made was I didn't keep track of all the dolls and what year they, were made. Only a couple of them. So this one is an original reborn. So this is a true reborn. Now, reborn dolls, these are reborn dolls, but they're technically art dolls. So this is Famous Faye. She is my logo baby. So technically it's a art doll, like a painted art doll, but they still call them reborns. So we still call them reborns. And this is my first successful African American baby. And I'm going to be honing in on practicing more of the African American babies, Hispanic babies. I love the skin colors, just beautiful, beautiful. And these babies will be offered up for sale as well. So you'll have a choice in skin tone and babies that are painted with blonde hair and so on. So yeah. So yes, and then one day I might. This is just a maybe. So I can be all gung ho about painting silicone and it might not work out for me. So that's why I'm probably just going to get a kit that's maybe 12 inches long and see about it. I'm very patient. And from what I heard about silicone dolls is that you got to be very quick about painting them. And of course, the patience with picking the lint because they're very sticky. I heard painting silicones, it's like painting jello. It's like painting jello on jello or something like that. But you gotta be very patient. You gotta be very, very quick. If you make a mistake, they say it's hard to fix or impossible to fix once you're painting a silicone doll. And that with me, I should be fine because when you paint with air dry paints, which, by the way, if you're just joining, I am Jen Lin from Creative Newborns. I've been making reborn dolls just like these guys here for 21 years. I use acrylic air dry paints. They are professional grade, which is the golden paints on my reborns. Just in case you want to know, I am in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome, welcome. So just like the air dry paints, when you're painting with them, you have to be very, very quick. Very quick, because if you're not quick with them, this is air dry. This one I believe is Genesis because this is made by Mimi. But this right here, you would have to paint very quickly or else you're going to get water spots. And water spots don't look too well. If you get a water spot, then you have to change it into a scratch or some kind of birthmark or whatever. But you have to be very, very quick in painting. With Genesis heat set paints, if you make a mistake, you can easily just take some more thinner and rub it right off and start all over again. So I would recommend, if you're not sensitive to chemicals, that you begin with Genesis heat set paints, because like you can just like start all over again easily. Now with acrylic air dry paints, you can't quite do that as easily. Let's see. Let me go to top. I'm not getting too much. Let me go to live chat. Here we go. Somebody says creepy. I totally understand that. I know a lot of people do say they're creepy, because that is a compliment. Thank you for that, because when people say they're creepy, it means they look really realistic, and thank you for that. I appreciate that. Um, okay, let's see. Let's see. That's your discretion. Okay, let me. So precious. Thank you. I appreciate that. Boy, we are getting a lot of hate comments. There is no swearing in my chat. Please don't be swearing. Please be nice. How much? A doll like this is about $3,000. Very expensive. Silicone in particular is very, very expensive. Uh, Sleeping for a second, realize they're models. Yeah, these are dolls. So these are dolls. You can hold them, you can cuddle them. They are art pieces. They are pieces of art. So this one here is a piece of art. Artists Terry and Sherry has painted them. Oh, Astro Jen is here. Hey, Astro Jen, how are you doing? The police is in the house. Start kicking butt. I give you permission. This chat is something else. Oh, thank you. Heather says it looks amazingly real. Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't mean any disrespect or ill intention. Asking why do people want to, here we're looking. Oh, so why do people want very realistic dolls? Is because that just that they look so realistic, and in particular the silicone ones, they feel really realistic. And the reborns are weighted up to feel realistic as well, like the same weight as an actual newborn baby. Um, I love holding them. I can just hold them for hours and hours and hours. I love it. People say things about, I'm just surprised that, like the way some comments are about the reborn dolls, but um, it's totally worth all the negative comments if I can get a couple of people and educate them on reborn dolls, and they discover these dolls and absolutely love it. It's totally worth it. So, uh, thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Are they cast? Yes. So, how silicones are made is that they are molded. Okay, so it's hard to explain. So, like, they're sculpt, and so that sculpt, once it's done, the artist will sculpt the actual sculpt, and then they will make a mold of that sculpt. And then I don't know exactly the process for silicone, but then they'll make another type of mold, and then they make the silicone. Well, they don't make the silicone, they get the part A, part B, and then the coloring, and then they mix it together, and then they put it in a degassing chamber, so they take all the air bubbles out. And then I'm sure I'm missing a lot of steps because I am not a silicone artist. I don't pour dolls. So there are specific people who pour them. There are some people that do all the steps from sculpting to pouring to painting to rooting, to doing totally everything on these dolls. Some people just sculpt them and have another person pour them, mold them, and pour them. So that's what they mean by pouring them. They're pouring the silicone into the mold there. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work. Lots of hard work. Good questions. You guys have some good questions. Alice wants to know, why do people want these? People want these because a lot of women still, especially me, have that motherly instinct of holding a newborn. So holding a newborn is just something that is something we enjoy. It's a hobby as well. We like collecting them. So just like anything else, if you collect Legos or collect trains and cars and things like that, there are some people who collect Barbies, people who collect all kinds of different things. Reborns is just another hobby to collect. Oh my goodness, welcome 1020. Oh my gosh, we got 1100 people. Hey everybody. So this is just another hobby to do and to collect and possibly get into painting. And this can become a career just like it did for me. So this is a career for me that I've been doing for 21 years now. So not the silicone dolls. So I'm going to find out about that during the doll show. So I have a lot of good friends who do paint silicone dolls, and I'm going to be learning from them. Lots of good questions. Thank you. A little Russian baby. Oh, I guess she could. She has that special hair on her. You're a first timer. Subscribe, liked your work. Outstanding. Seriously. Thank you. Thank you. 100 peaches. 100. Thank you. See, it is totally worth all the mean comments just to get a couple people who have discovered my channel and me spreading the word about these dolls. Thank you. Thank you. So totally worth it. Thank you so much. Silicone plus that artistic skill is worth 3. Yes. Silicone in itself is very expensive. Just, excuse me, just buying the silicone itself, part A and part B, is very expensive. I know because I work in the medical field, and the surgical things that we make at work is silicone. It's very expensive stuff because it's silicone. So this is medical grade silicone. These dolls, very expensive, very, very expensive. And that's why they're so expensive versus vinyl. Now the vinyl itself, these are the vinyl dolls here. They're not that expensive because they're not silicone. So they're cheaper to make. Good questions. This is scary, AC says. Thank you for your honest opinion. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I know sometimes people have told me they are scary. And here on my channel, you are totally entitled to your opinion as long as it's not vulgar. And if you say they're scary, then they're scary. Thank you for your opinion there. That is cool. Keep up the fantastic work. Thank you, Hale Granite. Hopefully I said your name right. Thank you for that. Oh, thank you. It's not the best face in the world has any hair, but it's really cute. Thank you. I appreciate that. Totally appreciate it. No, these are silicone art dolls. This one's a silicone doll. And then the ones over here, these are the vinyl. So, yes. They look awesome sauce. Thank you, Glass. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Is it casted from a real baby? No. This one has been hand sculpted by, I think, Silicone Studios. I'm not 100% sure on that. But do know for sure that they definitely poured this baby. So I bought it as a blank silicone doll. And then I sent her home with Terry and Sherry to paint her for me. And then they sent her back. We did a trade. I painted a doll. I did a Gracie May for them. And then they painted this baby for me. And then I rooted her. So it took me almost about a year just to root her. And yeah, you're right. She does have a Lloyd rooting hair. She's got the style of Lloyd. The lips are perfect. I know. She did a beautiful job. Look at the lips. They did a beautiful, beautiful job on painting the lips. Can you see the back of... Oh, can you see the back of that? Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Sorry, she's got bedhead. This hair tends to be flyaway. So her hair is messy because she's been laying on it, and that does stress me out. That's the thing I love about painted hair is that it never ever gets messy. Never gets messy. So this is the back of her hair, which is very messy right now. And it's going to get conditioned. So, and then this is the side. She's got the little sideburns going on there that newborns do have. And then she has more sideburns here. I may at a later time root some blonde peach fuzz on her at a later time. But right now, I don't have time because we're getting ready for the doll show. But I may do some blonde tips. I love rooting with multicolored hair. Gives it really depth and realism. So yeah, and if you look at her eyelashes are rooted as well. She's got delicate, delicate eyelashes as well. And that's her rooting there. So good questions. Thank you. Let's see. Hello, hello to Lola. Are these for sale? They can be. If I were to sell her, she'd be around $3,000. But she is my personal baby and she's not up for sale. That is why I am thinking about, let me see if I got a brush to brush her hair because it is bothering me. Let's see if we have a special brush that we can use. We have all the rooting tools over here. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. Um, but I am going to see about silicone painting and I'm going to give it a try. And if I like it, I will be doing silicone work as well and I'll be making more money. And that's being honest. It's being honest. Who doesn't want to make more money, right? If there's something that you could possibly do, wouldn't you try it to see if you can make more money? I definitely would. It looks so good. Thank you, Stormy. Or is it Stormy? Hopefully I said your name right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Please answer my question. Well, you have to type it in again. The chat's going pretty quickly here. Let's see. Some people can't have children. No, some people can't. And these are good for people who cannot have children. Um, no, we do know that these are not real babies. We do understand that. 99.9% of us don't sit there and treat them like real babies and get up every 3 hours and feed them and all that. I certainly don't. I have a real job, and this is part of my job. So, reborn dolls are my job as well. It's my hobby, it's my passion. So, for a lot of us artists out there, this is our passion. Let's see. If you're watching, if Parrots is watching my channel, yes, I can. I will call in for you if you're watching my live stream. So the answer is yes. Um, let's see. Real Talk Raw Truth says, creepy and creepy and it is not mentally healthy for women. Oh, I totally opposite. That this is the reason why I'm here. These are very healthy. To Kubi, yes. The answer is yes if you're listening. These are totally, totally healthy for women. These dolls save lives. They do save lives. These are for people with anxiety. These are people with depression. These are for Alzheimer's patients. These calm down people who have Alzheimer's and they have basically there's dementia patients in nursing home. They have been shown to calm people down who hold a realistic baby. So I totally disagree with that, but these do save lives. Definitely has made me mentally happier. This is my job. This is my passion and I love baby dolls ever since I can ever remember. So I'm going to have to disagree with you there, but thank you for your honest opinion there. Dana says, I want one. Yes, film and TV uses them as well. You are correct. They are used as well in film and TV. And yeah, especially the silicone dolls because they can do like a birth scene, from a distance and, show the baby, and the baby looks real because it's full body silicone and it's kind of moving around like it's like live. So yeah. Let's see. What are they made out of? Yeah, so it's totally fine. We can ignore the troll comments and that's fine. It's all right. Just ignore it because like we're not gonna give them attention. You love them, thank you. So we're gonna give positivity attention tonight. So those of you who are positive, we're gonna give you guys attention tonight. Unless it's a legit question. I am in Cleveland, Ohio. It looks real. Great job. Thank you. Oh, thank you. You have 5. Let me catch up with Chad here. See, I'm very behind. Holy moly. I am so behind on chat. Mama Pat's Nursery. Hello. Hello. Mama Pat's Nursery is the one that created this little one here, Delilah. So adorable. I just enjoy her so much. If the person is not an artist or a collector, they may not understand the concept of reborn dolls. I think people think they are creepy because they look realistic. Exactly. Very well put. Yes. And that's totally okay to think they're creepy. But to say vulgar things is not nice. But we're not going to give those people attention. We're just going to give the positive attention. So I had one of those when I was younger. That is awesome, Apollo. Can you give me a shout out? By the way, these are adorable. Thank you, Macy and Ellie. A shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Blake says, I have one. That is awesome, Blake, that you have a reborn doll. So cute. Skylar says, thank you. That is in a different language. I don't know what that is, but they look so real from a distance. You do a great job. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. My sister really wanted one of these. Tyler says, well, you could always save up money or you can go to reborns.com and type in your budget, what your price range is, and they'll bring up all the dolls and silicone dolls within your price range that you can purchase. It's a silicone baby. You are correct, Juliana. You are correct on that. Oh my God, the baby. Thank you, Isabel. Yes, this one's a full body silicone. She's my travel baby with me this year to the Kansas Doll Show. So hello to Mama Pat. How are you doing, Mimi? Good to see you. What you been up to? The one I had a button where it made sounds and it was breathing and had a heartbeat. Oh, that is so awesome. I got to show you the vintage dolls when I get a chance. I may not get a chance until I get back from Kansas, but if I get a chance to make a video, I will. But the baby, I found a vintage doll that actually still cries. And this doll is like from the 1930s and it still cries. I have to show you this doll. Not today, it's in the other room, but I'll have to make a video on that. Oh, let's see. They are amazing. There's so many purpose for them. Keep up the great work. Thank you, SRS Rich. Hopefully I said your name right. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. There is a purpose for these dolls. And my mission is to do these live streams so that people can find me and find out what the heck, what are these dolls all about, and fall in love with the art of reborns and silicone dolls. So that is my mission, is to spread the word about this wonderful art form. This is an art form for sure. And for people who discover my channel, subscribe and learn more and grow with me as an artist and everything, it's totally worth it. Let's see. They are amazing. Let's see. Can you give me a shout out? I did give you one. Let's see. Reborns.com by How much would love one can't have any more kids because of medical reasons? And that is another reason why people get the reborn dolls for medical reasons. They can't have any more kids. It's just a comfort. It's a comfort luxury to have. Reborns.com, yes, is the place to get them. I am not selling any here at the moment. Yes, it is a given gift. Love the blessings to you. Thank you, Miss Vicky. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, thank you. And a lot of us artists, we really, really super enjoy. Not only do we like collecting these dolls, we enjoy painting them and creating them. So that is another thing that we totally love to do. Let's see, my friend bought one for grandma with dementia. Yes, they're great for dementia patients. It's a very calming, soothing to hold a newborn. It brings out a lot of uh, instincts, maternal instincts in us women. Hello from Louisville, Kentucky. How much does a good one cost, like the one you are showing now? So unique, hopefully unique one 2731. Hopefully I said your name right. A doll like this would be $3,000. Yes, you heard me right, 3,000. And the reason is silicone is very expensive. This is made of uh how it's called, I call this the marshmallow. This is very expensive silicone. It is medical grade, but it's the marshmallow type, and this feels just like human skin. Feels just like human baby skin. And then when you hold her for a while, she will warm up to your body temperature and she will feel even more realistic. She feels like butter. She's very, very squishy, as you can see here. And then you can see her ears are very, very squishy. So, yeah, these dolls, they cost a lot because of the silicone and the work that goes into them, because it is harder to paint them. It's not necessarily harder to root them. I think they're just about the same as rooting a vinyl doll. So, so yeah. Um, you would have to have an artist paint your silicone doll if you're talking authentic doll. I think you could get silicone dolls, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but you can get them on Paradise Galleries and Ashton Drake now. And those do come painted already. So I would check out Ashton Drake and Paradise Galleries. They may sell silicone dolls there. Let's see. These are good for women coping from postpartum. Yes, correct, Zach. You are correct on that. They are, it helps. It's a coping mechanism that you can use. And me personally, I have anxiety. And whenever I have anxiety, I, do come up here into my doll room and I'll pick up a doll and I'll just, sit and hold them for a little bit. And it brings me a really good feeling. There's nothing like the feeling of holding a realistic baby. Now, these dolls feel, not only do they look realistic, these silicone ones, another reason they're expensive is because they're full body silicones, which means they don't need to be weighted up by an artist. The silicone themselves weigh just as much as a real baby. So I'm gonna guess she's about 4 pounds. I'm gonna see if I can weight her, and I think she's a good 4 pounds. She's a preemie, but she definitely has some weight to her. And you can see she moves her arms, like how she moves around, like so wiggly and so realistic. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Rob says that they are scary. I appreciate your honest opinion. They can be scary to those who have never seen reborns and silicones before. I do totally understand that. Patricia says kind of creepy. I do understand that they can be. Yes. And my mission is to spread information about these dolls and what they can be for. They can be for people who are, don't have any issues with mental health or anything. They're just, They're just good for you. But I believe we all have mental health problems, even myself. We do. Um, there is no such thing as a person going ever in their lifetime without any kind of depression and anxiety. And if you are one who has depression and anxiety, um, things like having a doll that feels realistic and looks realistic, or even painting them, can help with that. That's the same thing with, guys who like to paint, model cars and things like that, Legos. It brings them joy. It makes you feel good. It's something you really have a passion for. And things that you have a passion for um, bring joy to you, therefore reducing your anxiety. So yeah. Hello to, is it Jenga? Hello, hello. Question: can this harm women with postpartum depression? Like, could it end up being bad if the mother thinks it's real? Boy, that's a question. Can it be bad? I don't, never known it's been bad for anybody who's going through postpartum depression. When I was going through postpartum depression, the last thing on my mind was a baby doll. I didn't want a baby doll. I was just concerned about my real child. So, unless you lost a child and going through postpartum depression, it could go either way. So this is something that, is not promised to bring happiness. Nothing is. And I'm not stating that these dolls are definitely a good thing. They possibly could be a bad thing. It could be a triggering thing. It just depends on the person who is, seeing these dolls. If they see these dolls, they can have a good reaction or a bad reaction. So I've actually had a person had a bad reaction in person. It was in a grocery store. And this was one of the first reborn reaction videos that I've ever done on my other channel that got taken down. And that's a whole nother story there. So when Mark and I went on one of our first ever reborn outings, it was at a grocery store, and some lady she had a bad reaction. Now, 90% of people have good reactions to these dolls, but some people have some really, really, really bad reactions, and yeah. Some lady's like, oh, F no. She ran away. She was mad. And that's okay as long as, one person, and I had a video of it on my old channel. Um, Poor Faye here, little Faye. I took her out to Walmart. Somebody wanted to know if she was real, and I stated no, she is a doll and she is a piece of artwork. And she's like, oh, let me see. And she grabbed her by the arm and picked her up by the arm. And I was like freaking out because um, the dolls are weighted like the real weight of babies. You pick up a reborn doll, the arm could possibly pop out of its socket. I mean, if you pick it up with enough force. So the lady picked it up and she didn't even ask permission. And it was on camera too. I had it on camera and it was on my old channel. Um, she picked up the doll by the arm, and yeah, you pick this doll up by the arm, you're gonna rip the arm right off. That's how delicate these dolls are. So if you pick it up by its head, it's gonna come right off. It's gonna rip. This I'll show you how delicate this is. Excuse me. Um, do you see her neck? She can't hold. If you keep doing that, that's gonna end up tearing right there. So it's just going to keep on, it's just going to end up ripping if you do that. So same thing, if you yank a doll by its arm or its leg, it's going to rip right off. I had another silicone doll where I think one of my kids got a hold of it in the finger. They accidentally, I don't know what happened, but the one finger was missing on the doll. See how, like, these fingers are very delicate, very, very delicate. So when you're holding a silicone doll like this with a neck like that, you got to make sure that you are holding that baby's head just like a real newborn. Very delicate, super delicate. So, good questions. Yep. Yep, they are finished dolls, reborns.com. Let me catch up with Chad here. Let's see. Joel wants to know what they're watching, what he's watching. What you're watching is uh, my channel is all about reborn art dolls. I am Jen Len from Creative Newborns. I've been making dolls just like these for 21 years. Welcome to my channel, and they're therapy dolls, and there is such a thing as therapy, and a lot of people like to collect them. A lot of people like me not only collect them, we make them and we paint them, and we love it. Somebody says they're creepy. Let's see. That is so amazing. How much does it cost? So this one's about one like this would be about 3,000. And the reason the price is so high is because silicone is very, very expensive. And this is a full body silicone. So very, very expensive. She's brand new too. So if I wanted to sell her, that's what I would sell her at because she's brand new. Brand new, brand new. So I hadn't gotten a holder or anything for about a year because I just took that long to root her because I was busy with Kansas Doll Show babies. And so yeah, it took me a while. Thank you, Tabitha. I'm glad you love it. Thank you. Knew we need to list to buy so we can keep close eye on them. For those women who can't have babies, I'm glad that there is help, but you gotta wonder about men buying them. Heck nah. No, I totally understand that. Some men do buy them. I personally, when I sell dolls, I'm very picky who buys them. So I watch who buys my dolls. That is why I mainly sell at doll shows now. I know the people who are buying them. I'm very fortunate and lucky and blessed that most of the people who buy my dolls are people I know and my long-term dolly friends who buy them from me. And then the people you see at the doll shows, you get to see them. They can interact with you. They can hold your dolls. And then, you can kind of get to know them. So, yeah. Jenna, yes, 3K. That's because silicone, is particularly this silicone, which is called marshmallow silicone. It feels like you ever feel a marshmallow. It feels just like marshmallow, squeezing a marshmallow. Very expensive material is silicone, and that's why they're expensive. So her blank kit would be I got her on special, so I bought her with cash, so she charged me less money for her, but her kit would probably be about $1,200. Just for the kit alone would be about over $1,000 just for the blank silicone doll, and that's because silicone is that expensive. Vinyls like these, so these are vinyls. These are the vinyl reborn dolls. They are not as expensive because it's cheaper material, vinyl plastic. So they, excuse me, so they run, my average price on these are around $775. They could smell like a real baby. Well, I don't know about real baby. Cause when I smell my grandson, he smells like a real baby. But, I suppose if you put baby powder on them, but, babies don't naturally smell like baby powder. Why would somebody buy that? Muhammad wants to know. Us women like these dolls because of the fact that, they look realistic. These are works of art and they feel realistic when you hold them. So it's like a soothing, calming feeling. So I'm holding her right now. A very calming effect in holding a newborn. So there's something about the women instinct in holding a newborn, particularly a newborn, especially for me, like preemie and newborns. It's a comforting feeling. Hard to explain, but that's just how it is. And so a lot of women love these dolls. And there is a lady that I do follow on TikTok. She has she has a mental disability, and she has the mental capabilities of a 5-year-old. So she's a woman that's in her 30s. Some of you may know who she is. She's got a pretty big following, but she has a reborn doll, and she carries her reborn doll everywhere, and the baby is her comfort. So it helps out the mentally ill patients as well as the dementia. So I believe that's why I say I firmly stand behind the fact that they save lives. They do. They definitely do. Do they poop? Well, they could if you make a video. I've made a video uh, on my whole channel where like you can put like baby food if you can put baby food in their diapers and all that, and it's probably not good for the doll, but I only did one or two videos on that. um it's like a role playing video, but it was just kind of ridiculous. So I was like, no, I'm gonna stop doing that. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Beautiful, thank you. Do I have boys? Yes, I do. I have real children. Yes, I have two sons. All my kids are grown up. Oh, if you're talking about do I have boys as far as silicones or reborn dolls? Yes, I do. Sorry, I do have real children as well. This baby is a boy. Isaiah is a boy. Let's see. Mr. Paul here, my portrait baby, he's a boy as well. I have Shy Faced, also known as Baby Jesus. He's a boy. Brian over down that way. We have Victor over there. Sorry, my finger's in the way. And then we have a couple other in the hospital bassinets behind me. And I'll have to do a video on the vintage babies. I know those probably won't be as popular as this little one here, but I'll have to do a video on like my vintage babies as well. Let's see. That's not real. No, silicone ones don't cry, but you can put criers in the vinyl reborn dolls. You could do that. This was my concern regarding blankety blank buying them. Yeah, see, I have a concern about that as well, and that's why I'm very picky on who buys my dolls. So I'm very, some people will just sell their dolls to anybody. Not me. I don't sell my dolls to just anybody. So I have to go through a review process of reviewing the buyer and everything like that. Simply because the last time I did try to do a custom for some lady, this lady was nasty. She's just nasty, nasty, nasty. And she wanted everything exactly how she wanted it. And you can't do that to a reborn artist. You can't tell them that the hair has to be exactly a certain color, the skin color has to be exactly, and the birthmark has to be everything. I can't work that way. You're making the world a better place. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate you. Why make them though? Because I love enjoying painting and making realistic, making them, bringing them to life, looking really realistic. And it's a good, and I would, be lying if I didn't say I make money. I make money off of them too. This is a job. So yes, this is a money maker for me as well. And for a lot of us artists who make these dolls, it is their career and it is their main job. It is a job that is their main income, and this is the income that they live on. Now, me, fortunately, this is like my extra income. And whatever income I get for making these dolls, a lot of it goes into savings, and then a lot of it goes into turning around and going right back in and buying more blank kits and buying more supplies and stuff like that. So it takes a lot of supplies to make these dolls, especially silicones. We'll find out soon when I go to try to paint one. I'll try to go to paint one. If it's successful, then I will bring you along for the ride when I try my hand at painting a silicone. Hopefully, it'll be successful. Aw, beautiful dolls. I hope I had the money to buy one. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. All you have to do is just save up. That's what I had to do. Just save, 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 Save your money. You'll be able to afford a reborn doll before you know it. And go to reborns.com. They do have budget babies there as well. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, Katie. Thank you, Katie Cakes. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be here if you don't like them. But then some people come into my live chat, honestly, hating on these dolls, but then they turn around and they fall in love. It does happen. It does happen. So I'm very optimistic for those who come in, and they're negative. Very optimistic that maybe they'll just, think about it and maybe they'll fall in love. So it would be well worth it. Astrogen says there are men. Yes, there are men collectors as well. Men do collect the reborn dolls as well. Pricey, yes, I do understand why. It probably takes a while. It does take a while, and for particularly silicone dolls, silicone itself is very expensive. Such a relief to hear that. God bless you for that. Oh, thank you, Joel. Yep, yep, yep. Agree. Silicone dolls are gendered. Vinyl ones are gendered. Yes, correct. You correct. Unless they have a belly plate, of course. But you are correct on that. So this one is gendered. So she is anatomically correct. And of course, no one will ever see that. So, yeah. And I guess that's just another part of the realism. Let's see. Silicone dolls. How much do you charge to root hair on my baby's needs hair? I charge around $500 to root a doll. Yeah, because rooting's a lot of work, so it's 500. You got any Mexican dolls? No, I don't, but I do plan to make Mexican dolls. I do plan to make all kinds of skin tones. Let's see. Let's see. No, they're not creepy. Well, some people do think they're weird. I totally understand that you think they're creepy weird, but maybe you'll think about it. Maybe you'll fall in love with them. Maybe you will. Maybe you fall in love with the babies. I totally get it. Thank you for your honest opinion. We do honor your honest opinions. Let's see. Scary real, thank you. Muhammad says, yeah, they do. They can look scary real. A lot of people have told me that. And to me, that's a compliment because they do look real and we're doing something good. We're doing something right that they look so real. Yep. Yes, I do make reborns myself. I did root this one. I did not paint this one though. Terry Sherry has, it's a mother-daughter duo, had painted this silicone baby for me. Because at the moment I do not know how to paint silicone, so I know nothing on how to paint them. I did root her, however. I was showing off her rooting. Her rooting is really cool looking, I think. Looks a little bit like Lloyd, like somebody pointed out, and that's okay. I think Lloyd's haircut is kind of cute. They're amazing, I got to admit. Thank you, Cheeky Monkey. Thank you so much. That's my whole goal. Just for people to discover this through me and subscribe to me and follow me along on my journey to possibly, hopefully, painting silicones. That would be so awesome. Uh, do I make any Edgars? Probably not. I don't know what that is, but probably not. um, someone says, hell nah. That's okay. I appreciate your honest opinion. Someone already asked if they poop. No, they don't. Let me catch up with the chat here. The doll does not open its eyes. You just subscribed, Sweet Borns. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Can you see doll? And I love your little dolls. They're all so cute. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, that's a silicone. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mary, for the hello hands. Love that. What is good website to buy full silicone? Reborns.com. Just put in your price range and then put in silicone dolls, and then it'll look up silicone dolls in your price range. I really respect the way that you let hate roll off your shoulders. You're a big person for replying that you respect their opinions. You're very talented. Thank you. Elliot, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you. Where can you get one? Right now, you can get one on reborns.com. I personally don't have any for sale online. And when I do sell one online to somebody I don't know, it's a very long process because getting to know a person, like I said, I'm very picky in who buys my dolls. I prefer my returning clients and friends because they're my friends as well to purchase my babies. I'm very fortunate in that way. I love you so much. Oh, we love you too, Kins. We love you too. We love you too. Thank you so much. Mwah. Let's see. Good night, Paul. I have to go to bed early tomorrow because of school. Well, good. Blah, blah. Have a good day at school, Harper. Thank you for being here. We'll see you again. Yep, reborns.com. How much are 25-inch silicone? I imagine, oh my gosh, I imagine them dolls being around close to $5,000. Yeah, the bigger the silicone doll, the more expensive. Just simply because of the fact that it's more silicone and more expensive material, the more money it's going to be. Does it come to Caribbean country? Normally I don't ship outside the United States because it's a pain in the butt to do. It just depends on the situation. No, this doll is not for a little girl. No, this doll is unless you have a lot of money and can buy a $3,000 doll for a little girl. No, because of the fact that look at her neck. Her neck can rip real easily. Her silicone is extremely delicate. I do not recommend these for kids. Um, but I will, however, make a simple, affordable reborn that is for kids, and I'm going to do a live video on the difference between high-end reborn dolls and a low-end, um, also known as an affordable, not silicone, affordable reborn baby. This is not a reborn, this is a silicone baby doll. So I'll do a comparison on a low end versus a high end doll, and then you'll see the difference there and why the prices are the way they are. Good questions. No, I have not sold to celebrities. Not that I know of. No, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe I have and never known it, but I don't think so. I don't think I have. I'd rather have a reborn doll than designer bags. Exactly, sister. I'm with you there, sister. Um, Let's see, reborn silicone ones. I'm 77 years young and love them. Some people think the babies are real. Yes, Linda. Awesome, awesome. Yes, I'm 53 and I love them. So if you're just scrolling into my live video, I am Jen Len from Creative Newborns. I've been making dolls just like the vinyl ones here, not the silicones yet. I've been making these dolls for 21 years and loving it and totally loving it. Thank you for joining. I am in Cleveland, Ohio. Welcome, welcome. Creepy. Nifa says creepy. Thank you for your honest opinion there. We do respect your opinion. You want playborns for little girls. Yep, playborns. I don't call them that because that sounds like Playboy to me. So I don't call them playborns. It sounds too porn like. So yeah, Jen, I don't say that. I say that they're simple, affordable reborns. Is what I call them. Um, that's just my opinion. Let's see. When are you doing the live video? So next live video is going to be from the Kansas Doll Show. Myself and all my friends will be joining me live, or whoever is comfortable on going on live stream. They will be joining me live, and we're going to be sitting around either a hotel room or the lobby, and we're going to be chatting all about reborn dolls. So we'll be taking your questions. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss out on talking to myself and other reborn doll collectors and artists as well. Cynthia says she's 68. You are 68 years young. Awesome, awesome. Oh my God, I would like one. Aw. Yeah, you gotta save up. If you could save up, and you eventually you would definitely be able to get one. Yes, Ducky Duck, they are completely fake. I don't think I've ever known a doll that is partially real and partially fake. That's a good question. No, I don't think there has been one that's been like partially real. Good question though. Never thought of that. Yeah, that word sounds like a, yeah, and I don't use that term. So I use simple, affordable. Simple, affordable reborn or simple, affordable art doll is what I call them. And but playborns is a word that is used in the community for basically dolls that are made for children, but I use a different term. They're made from 40% real baby. Good answer there. Good answer. Aw, thank you. They are not creepy. Have you seen the baby alive dolls? Yeah, there are some dolls that are very popular and they're ugly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, this one is anatomically correct. Yes, you are right. This does baby is anatomically correct. Yep. I have one reborn, one silicone, and one partially reborn I did myself. Cynthia, how awesome is that? Thank you for sharing how many babies you have. If you are a reborn doll artist or collector, share with me how many babies you have, how many you've made. That would be awesome. Let's see. Can you buy them? Yes, you can buy them. I do sell them. I personally don't have any for sale online. I'm selling mine at the Kansas Doll Show, but you can look on reborns.com. Let's see. What are they? Somebody says, what the blanky blank? These are silicone dolls. So what you're looking at is a hyper realistic silicone doll. She's made of 100% solid marshmallow silicone is what I call it. When I get the real term for it, I will definitely pass it along to you guys like the term of the silicone is for her. I'll let you know what her silicone is called, but it's also known as marshmallow silicone is what it's made of. Let's see. I've seen one of these in person. Someone brought one into a banking I was working. These dolls are real babies. You can't tell me otherwise. They look very real. Yes, they do. They look extremely real. Very real. Yes, I do sell them. Yes, I do this for a living. I'm selling at the Kansas Doll Show this year. The starting price, let's see, depends on if you're getting a simple, affordable reborn or if you're getting on a high end. So high-end reborn dolls go anywhere from $775 to like $1,200, depending on what kit it is, depending on if it's fully rooted like this baby or it's fully hair painted like this baby. So it depends on what kit it is, what how much work is involved in it and everything. So yeah, prices may vary. Now, if you're looking at rock bottom, low end, simple, affordable for children, then about like $125 for one of them. And that's just bare bones painting, like bare bones painting, which technically would be bald, but since I love painting hair, I'd probably do some light hair painting on the doll, and the doll will have a little bit of hair, a little bit of eyebrows, just no veins though, but just some bare bones blushing like a baby doll. Jen says, I have over 10. She has over 10 reborns. I have 5 reborns, 1 silicone. I've made 0, Paula says. I have one fake baby. So beautiful. Thank you. The pricing on them. My average is $775 is for the vinyl reborns. This is a silicone. Oh, thank you. I appreciate your opinion on that. Those are super dope. Thank you for that. How can you buy one? Right now, you can buy one on reborns.com. I personally don't have any for sale for online. I'm selling at the Kansas Doll Show. And anything that is left over from the Kansas Doll Show will be sold on the Kansas site. Do you prefer open or closed eye? Good question. Good question. I preferred closed eyed babies, as you can see. There's only a couple that have their eyes open. I do prefer closed eyed babies. They just look more realistic to me. Um, to have a doll that looks so real. This is so creepy. I'm terrified to have a doll that looks so real. Thank you again for your honest opinion there, Janie. Yeah, I totally understand that. They look so real that sometimes it definitely creeps people out. Totally understandable. Thank you for your comment. Um, $125 is for the very low end, bare bones, Bountiful baby kit. That's only like a cheap kit and just basic painting. And I will make a bare bones baby. I'll probably call that bare bones. Well, that's probably not a good name either. But just a doll that is very simple, very simple, affordable, reborn. So, yeah. And you have 10 reborn dolls. That is awesome. Let's see. Um, Janie says, I'm sorry, but they look dead. I appreciate your honest opinion there. In my opinion, I'm going to have to disagree there because a dead baby would have blue to black lips. They would have no color whatsoever in them. They would be gray, so the coloring would be pale or gray. This doll simply has a lot of pink in her, a lot of pink coloring. She looks alive. Um, and most of these babies here, of course, some have different, these are all different skin tones. But as you can see, in my fingernails would be dark, like blue or black. And you can tell when they're deceased. Oh, let's see. Oh no, I'm far from infertile. Oh, well, honestly, I can be weird, but this is a good weird. I have 5 real children. They're adults now. They're grown up. So I had my children. And I did this as a living while I was a stay-at-home mother. I discovered reborn dolls, and that's how I made a living while being a stay-at-home mom. So technically, this was my job while I was taking care of my real kids. Yeah, my kids loved it. In fact, my son loved it so much he got a hold of the Genesis paint, the blue, because I was doing veining, wrong color. We had white carpeting. Can you imagine what happened with a 2-year-old, a toddler? Yep, you guessed it. He got into the blue paint and he got it all over his hands. And he crawled all over that white carpeting, and there's blue handprints all over the carpeting. Because it's heat set and it's blue. In fact, I actually still have the limb. I was painting a Ember by Tasha Endenholm, produced by Bountiful Baby. This is really a real story, and this is cute, and it's funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but now that I look back upon it, yeah, I still have that leg that is all blue and green. He got into the blue green. And it was all over his hands. It was all over the limb. He just totally painted up that leg. And then he decided to crawl off and got blue handprints all over the white carpet. And we had to tear the carpet out. Yep. The next doll that I sold, um, I paid for the new carpeting. I was making really good money back then. So I was making about 800 per doll back in the day, and that was good money. So that's making like $1,200 nowadays for me. That was good. That was like good money. So I had a steady income of 800 per doll, and I'd make a couple of those per month. So I did really well with that. And so, well, You guessed it. I bought the carpeting. We had to tear it up and get all new carpeting, and yeah. Oh, let's see. Yep, they are dolls. Yep, 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 yep. This right here is a full body silicone doll. She is 15 inches long. This is the Novalie by Silicone Studios. I forgot to mention that earlier. I do apologize for that. Novalie by Silicone Studios, and I rooted this baby. Terry and Sherry teamed up together and they painted this baby for me. Very beautiful, very, very delicate painting on her, and I rooted her. So we tag teamed it. How do you make dolls? I do have some videos on my Patreon, and I'm going to be putting some more on my YouTube members and how I make dolls. Hopefully, I'm going to be learning how to paint silicone soon. Yes, it's all one piece. Yes, she is a full body. You can see it's her chest, and she is a full body. I'll pick her up, and she moves so realistically. Yeah, she's a full body silicone doll, which means every piece of her is that uh, marshmallow platinum silicone. Very expensive silicone. Yep, yep. Dixie, I have to disagree. Not agree, disagree with that. No, I don't know where people get that idea. But no, not a serial killer. Let's see. Yes, it does have armatures. I'll demonstrate that. So you can see how her arms stay in place, and then you can gently move them straight out, and then you can unbend. There we go. See? It's hard to look because all the comments are flying by. I'm going to bend them back up because I like my babies nice and curled up. I love the froggy legs on newborns. The froggy legs. That is so cool. Thank you. And I'm going to gently, so when you have a baby with armatures, make sure when you go to bend them to whatever position that you want them, that you're doing it in a very careful motion so that you do not snap it, because it is wire. So you know what happens to wire when you go like this: bend, unbend, unbend. It's gonna snap, and then you're gonna have a baby with broken bones. That's basically their little bones. So this baby feels really realistic because you can feel it, almost feels like she's got bones. Let's see. Puck Luck says creepy. Thank you for your honest opinion. We do honor honest opinions there. Yes, I do agree they can be. There are people who I don't think they're creepy, but yeah, a lot of people do say that they do look creepy there. Can you get me one? Get me one. I do not give them away. This doll is worth $3,000, and unfortunately, I cannot. If I were a billionaire, maybe yeah. If I were a trillionaire, yeah. Then I could definitely probably be giving these dolls away simply because I have all the money in the world and I would just enjoy doing these. Even if I had all the money in the world, oh my gosh, I would just totally, totally love doing these dolls, making these dolls. Anyways, I can't imagine myself never working. If I won the lotto, I would still be working until retirement, or I wouldn't retire. Okay, so to where did I get it? So I got this from the Kansas Doll Show. I bought it from the booth of Silicone Studios. So I got a good deal on her. And so I sent her home with Terry and Sherry to paint for me. And then I've been working on her rooting for about a year now, and she's finally done rooted. It's not that I'm that slow or ruder. It's just that I would work like a half hour, like one day on the doll, and then a couple months later, then I would work another 30 minutes, and then a couple months later, and before you know it's a year. So yeah, I was just too busy making the Kansas Doll Show babies. Let's see. Can I have one made in my daughter's image if she wants the so what's the damage? LOL, whatever it is, I'll be less baby number 7. I no longer do portrait babies. Those are called portrait babies. The only portrait babies I do is of my own children and soon to be and my grandchild. My grandchild is now he's now 2 months old as of today. So I found a kit that looks like my grandson. So yeah, of my own children. I don't do them no longer as a public service because it's too stressful. Good question there. Good question. Yeah, it's just too stressful there for me. I can't use my artistic um, freedom to do what I want to do, if that makes any sense. So when I'm restricted to what hair color or restricted to skin tones, then it's stressful for me. And I don't do my best when I'm under stress and I can't just do what I want to do. Let's see. Is it usually, let's see, it's usually for elderly people or mourning mothers or lose. Um, It can be, but I am a person that I haven't lost a baby and I'm not elderly yet. I'm getting there though. I'm getting to be an elderly woman, but I do enjoy these dolls. I loved baby dolls, particularly realistic dolls, ever since I can remember. And there was such a thing as realistic dolls back in the 70s when I was a child. There were. I think those were like I'm trying to think of the name of them. Baby Deer. I can't believe it finally came to me. The name is Baby Deer. So dolls like Baby Deer and now I can't forgot the other one's name. Dolls like that were really, really realistic back in the day. And mm, there's a lot of little girls like, who love them dolls that look so, so realistic looking. And I remember in kindergarten or first grade during recess, we used to fight over that doll. I think it was a baby deer doll. So, good questions. I had a daughter who's 2 hours old and died at a Marine table, and I have a son who's 20 years old. And these dolls help me out for sure and not take their place of kid. Yeah. And again, Paula, I am so sorry to hear about that. So, Paula can tell you why, she totally loves these dolls. And we know they do not replace real children. We definitely know that. Oh my gosh, I thought this was a duplicate from a doll from a photo of someone's child. That's another thing is like this probably does look like somebody's child. Somebody's baby probably looks just like this baby. Yep. Where did I get one? I think I already explained that, where I got this baby. And I do make them myself, the reborns. Let's see, you do know how sad and creepy it is to have this, right? It's not sad. Totally disagree with you there. In fact, these dolls are lifesavers. They do save lives. Reborn, and that is my mission is to educate people on reborn dolls and silicone dolls. These do save lives. These are also known now as therapy babies. So, therapy babies are very good for dementia patients, the elderly, people who are going through trauma, people who have anxiety, depression. These are therapy dolls for people who like the babies. Now, people who are not into dolls or babies, then it is a totally creepy thing. So, yeah. So you're partially right on that. This wouldn't be good for somebody who does not like babies and who does not like baby dolls. Particularly the ones that look really realistic, then yeah, they wouldn't be good for you. But for those of us who love babies and love holding them and bringing out that maternal instinct, and yes, they are good. for those who love the dolls. So, and like I said, to those, there may be somebody that comes in here and they're hating on the dolls, but then they'll turn around and like, hey, these are not as bad. Maybe, maybe I might want to see what they're really like, and they may one day order their first ever reborn doll and fall in love with it. And that is my mission. And believe me, there are some people out there who definitely probably would order a doll and they hated on them at first. But then once you, like they say, don't knock it until you try it, right? But if you're one of those people that hate baby dolls, and then I understand where you're coming from, is what I'm trying to say. Let me catch up with your comments. They scare me, not because they are ugly. It is very realistic. Thank you for your honest opinion there. I don't think they're ugly. I think they're beautiful. And thank you for your opinion there about the realism. Yes, and that's a good thing. Just love the realism. I love it. I love the realism. It's just like building. It's kind of like building model cars. The more realistic you can get, how you can get with them and everything, it's the more satisfying it is to see something that you have put together and that you've painted and everything. The same thing with Legos, anything. Let's see. Hey, we don't tell no one to shut up in my chat. Don't say that. They this doll smells like nothing. But if you put baby powder on them or like baby wafers or whatever they call them, they can smell like baby powder. But I don't like my dolls to smell, so no, they don't smell like anything. Do you ever model dolls after people's actual babies? Can you and someone and send a photo and get a reborn of them? So what you're talking about, legally, is it legal? Legally mad? I like your name. Uh, You're talking about a portrait baby. And yes, I've made portrait babies before. I have several. Right now, I only make portrait babies of my own children and my grandson. And I will be making one of my grandson. I no longer do it as a service for the public. It's too stressful. Too stressful. All right. Destiny. Is it Destiny? Thank you for being here, Destiny. You have a good night. I think it's bedtime for you. What would you do if he opened his eyes? Well, I would freak out, of course, right? Probably in my dreams. How much is the baby doll? So this one is a full body silicone, and because it's a full body silicone, silicone is very expensive. Therefore, the a doll like this, she would be $3,000. Simply because the silicone is very, very expensive. Who is the father? I don't think there is a father of this baby. Nope, just silicone. They're not real. $3,000 is what this doll would probably cost a baby like this, because she's rooted and she's been painted by master artists. And so, yeah. It is a silicone. What is that? It is a silicone, full body silicone baby doll. And I already said the price. Nope, I already answered that question. Okay, so these are a lot of duplicate questions. I'm pick it up. Okay, somebody says to pick it up. Here we go. Here she is. She's gonna give you kisses. She's so sweet. Alrighty, with that, I'm gonna let you go. It's been an hour and 38 minutes. I was only supposed to be on for an hour, but I was having a lot of fun talking to you guys. So a lot of questions that are coming in now are all duplicates. I've answered them all. So if there's a question that you have that I haven't answered, you can leave them in the comments on down below, and I will get back to you to answer your questions. Also, you can go back and re-watch this live stream, and then maybe your question will be answered there. Yep. No, they don't spit up. No, they don't. So Do I have a silicone? Yeah, this one right here. She's rooted. This is a silicone doll, and she's rooted. I just got done rooting her, and her hair's a mess. I know. Needs conditioned. So, alrighty. So I answered all the questions. Thank you so much for being here today for an hour and 39 minutes. You could have been doing anything else, but you decided to hang out with me tonight. And for that, I thank you so much. Thank you for all of your questions. Thank you for your comments, good and bad. I do respect all honest opinions here. So for thank you for that. And yeah, I hope you subscribe. Please do subscribe if you're interested in going to Kansas with me next week. Guys, it's next week. I'm so excited. Who's ready for the Kansas Doll Show? Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? So, next live stream is going to be in Kansas, guys. I can't believe it. So, join me there. It's going to be me and my fellow artist friends and art collectors who will be hanging out together with their baby dolls. And yeah, we'll be talking all about it there. So, make sure you're subscribed for that. Don't miss out on the Kansas Doll Show. And with that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you again for being here and welcome to the new subscribers. I see you and thank you so much again. And with that, I'm going to let you go. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Happy reborning. We love you. Take care. Bye. We love you.